In today's video, we're going to look at how Xero can help small Irish businesses or any business master their cash flow. My name is Martin. I'm a chartered accountant and I have been using Xero for probably the last 8 to 9 years since I started my own practice. I find it extremely useful for making it easier for business owners to take control of their finances. And in today's, we're diving in to see how Xero can help your business, or if you are already using business or using Xero, to show how you can stay on top of your cash flow. And by the end of this video, you should know exactly how to use Xero and accurately overview your cash flow, as well as identify trends, and most importantly, keep your finances healthy. You will be well aware that this is the demo screen that we're looking at, and this is the dashboard that you would meet once you sign into your Xero account. In order to navigate to the cash flow reports that I wanted to discuss in this video, and we need to be aware of these top items here on the top up here. So we've dashboard, we've business, we've accounting, projects and contacts. We click on the business and then we can go in here to short-term cash flow. And this is going to give us the information that we need to see. So we can see here that we've only got one bank account linked to the Xero account, and for the next 30 days, which is the free version, you can get this. You also have the option to get Analytics Plus, which gives you 60 to 90 days of an overview if you needed that to push that out for a cash flow review. We know that there is 2,000, I'm going to use euros, but this is dollars, 2,000 euros worth of invoices that's owed back to you, and you owe bills of just over nearly 4,000 euros that's due. Estimated end cash balance, because you're starting with this, this is coming in, and your bills to pay is 64 at the end of the month. So as you can see here, this is a run by a play, really, that you can check on a daily basis or a weekly basis over the next 30 days exactly when you expect money to come in and also money to go out. So we have bills that are due out in that stage, and you can see here that they on the 16th we're expecting a bank balance of 64 euros, and this would be, if this is my business, I'd be extremely worried now at the minute, because I know that I have I have more bills coming out than I have money coming in over the foreseeable. So in order to get a handle on that, you want to make sure that you are either, if this was the situation in your business, you want to make sure that you take in your 2000 and you can delay the 3711 until such time that you have more sales made. Again, you can have a quick overview here of, you can group it by week to show these weeks over the next 30 days what monies are going to be going out. So you can see here that we have some bills here in next week. We have to pay Bayside wholesalers 840, and we have an invoice coming in which is part of this 2 grand here. We have 703 coming in there, and we have a basket case. So if this is my business, I'd be looking to make sure that I got these 2 payments in, and potentially I would get onto Bayside and see if we could extend that if possible, or pay a payment towards it to reduce it, but not to pay the whole amount. We can look then to the next week. We've nothing, and we've nothing here. Something to be paid out. So where is this massive expense coming out for this 3/7? We're going to have a look here. Nothing in the following week, and here it is here. So we've got a payment of just over 2,000 is coming out on the 16th, which is really, you can see it here on this grid, that we have cash flow, a real severe cash flow issue here at this stage. So what we would want to be doing, if this was my business, you want to be paying a payment down towards this, which, as you can see, you've got no money coming in from the 27th of January right through for nearly 2 weeks. You've got no payments coming in. So you need to bridge that gap somehow. So how would you bridge that gap? Well, we know that our bank balance is going to be 64 if this is the way that the business is going to be ran for the next month. We're going to have to fund that somehow. So maybe we're going to have to look for an overdraft, just to make sure we can get through this, maybe short-term working capital loan that would get us over this hump, to make sure that these bills are going to be paid, as well as that a part payments towards this, so that a payment can be laid down on this, or maybe some sales can be issued quicker, or part payments can be come in order to match that. We can see here that we have suggested actions. So we've just we've 7,000 of overdue invoices. So 5 invoices coming in from City Limousines and 2 other contacts. So you can click on these and you can go through the bills that are falling due. As well as that, we've got another 5 bills here. Now, as I mentioned earlier, you get 60 days to 90 days projections if you want to sign up for the Analytics Plus. But this information here on this report is only as good as the information that you're putting into it. So we're going to click back on business and we'll click back on invoices, which is the invoices we send out to our clients. You can see here we've got two sitting here. So monthly support to Rex Media, and that's worth 550, and we have another one there for 550 to Hamilton Smith Limited, and these are due to be paid by the end of the month. So what I would be thinking is that these two, if they have been signed off and they're all good to go, these need to be submitted for approval. I'm going to approve these two. So that's 1,100 coming in. Do we have any others waiting for approval? There's the two drafts again. So they've gone from drafts into approval. Which is ever the procedure that you use for your accounts payable or accounts receivable, ensure that you follow that. So now we can see that we have in the waiting payment, we have some payments here, and this payment here was due to come in. It's due to come in on the 16th, which was yesterday. This is one day late, so we really want to be setting on automatic reminders onto these to make sure that these are going to be paid. As well as a statement if it's going to, because this one here is it's over, it should have been paid by the 16th, so it's just one day, but you're given 30 days credit at the best of times. But let's just see how that impacts the cash flow forecast that we'd mentioned. So I go back into business, I go back into short-term cash flow. And from here now, you can see that those two invoices that I have raised and I've sent, they're due to be paid by the end of the month, have brought our bank balance up, our estimated bank balance up, because we're expecting these to come in. So instead of having €64 at the end of the next, on the 16th of February, we're 1,164. As well as that, to make sure that you are on top of looking after your accounts receivable, because this payment still needs to be made out of the cash flow. And maybe there's some other invoices that can be issued and the pressure put on to make sure that they're paid in the meantime. Otherwise, you may have a potential issue. So these are great tools to use. Now, it's only as good as the information that you put into it. So your invoices, which is your invoices that you're sending out, and your bills to pay, this is what determines your cash flow balance. But it's a good tool to use so that you're aware of any gaps that you're going to have in your cash flow. If it's a case you have any questions on Xero, or you anything in particular that you're struggling with and you want to let me know what it is, I'm more than happy to do a video on it and to give an insight of any issues they have, because an awful lot of the issues that you're having I may have, or hopefully I've come across them in my time using Xero. So until the next time we're talking, you take care of yourself.